Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be reading from a subreddit, so let's jump into it. I messed up today, and what started as a simple trip to the grocery store turned into a deli counter protest that's probably trending on TikTok as we speak. It was last Saturday. My roommates and I had friends over for dinner, and we planned to do a pizza and salad bar night where everyone could make their own pizza. We picked up dough, sauce, and toppings and headed to the deli counter to grab some pepperoni and provolone. This was around 4 p.m. and the deli counter was packed with hungry shoppers and after-work snackers. There were 4 people ahead of me, and I was waiting patiently scrolling through memes when Karen rolled up like she owned the place. Bleached blonde bob, designer yoga pants, and an attitude that could curdle milk. She pushed past an elderly couple and started yelling at the deli worker, who I named Tina because she had a Tina from Accounting vibe. Glasses, ponytail, zero patience for nonsense. Karen, hand-sliced artisanal prosciutto. I need it right now, Karen said while looking down her nose at Tina. Tina, ma'am, we only have the standard packages of prosciutto back there. Karen, that's not what I asked. I want hand-sliced, not that pre-packaged garbage. I'm not eating peasant meat. Tina, ma'am, we only have the pre-packaged meat. If you don't see it on the board, we can't get it for you. You can order special cuts online and pick them up tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you want. Karen, well then I want to speak to the manager. You lazy good-for-nothing blah blah blah. She continued ranting as she walked away to wait for the manager. As Karen moved further down the line, she kept commenting on how this store is a dump, blah, blah, blah. Finally, the manager came over and Karen starts yelling at him too. By this time, the guy behind me in line cleared his throat loudly and said, excuse me, I need to get some chicken for my dog tonight and I've waited long enough. Karen stopped mid-sentence, swiveling her head towards the guy. Well, hello there, handsome. How can I help you? She purred, completely ignoring the man. He blushed and stammered, nothing. You can just keep going. Karen waved dismissively and turned back to the manager. As I was saying, your employee here is incompetent and has clearly been hired based on personal relationships rather than skills. She called me a lazy good-for-nothing. Now, if that doesn't call for an immediate termination, I don't know what does. Now fire her, or I'm going to sue you for emotional distress. The manager sighed and started talking to Tina, presumably telling her to get the manager, and Karen waited impatiently, tapping her foot. I decided I'd had enough of Karen's crap. I mean, the way she was treating Tina was uncalled for, and by now, Karen had pushed in front of the elderly couple. So while Karen was impatiently waiting, I leaned towards the couple and said, "Excuse me." They looked at me with kind eyes. "Could I cut in front of you?" I asked, embarrassed. "Go ahead, dear. We've waited a lifetime, and what's another few minutes?" the lady replied with a wink. So I stepped up to the counter. "Hi there, Tina. Could I please get 1 pound of pepperoni and provolone?" I asked nicely. Tina looked exhausted, but she forced a smile. "Sure thing, hun. Let me get those for you." Meanwhile, Karen was still standing at the counter, huffing and puffing. So, Karen, you gonna order anything?" I asked her. "Don't talk to me. I demand service," she snapped back. I turned back to Tina. "Sorry, did I say that? Say that again. I didn't hear you." Karen repeated, "I demand service." I smiled sweetly. "Did you hear what she said, Tina? Someone wants service. Maybe she needs a lap dance." Tina and I burst out laughing. Karen gasped dramatically. "How dare you! I demand to speak to the manager about this appalling behavior." "Tina, laugh all you want. It's pathetic. Your store sucks anyway." She marched up to the manager and started her spiel again. "Your employee is terrible, blah, blah, blah. She insulted me, blah, blah, blah. Fire her." The manager shook his head and walked away from her. She demanded service and got it. She complained about waiting too long and then complained when someone cut in front of her. She was insufferable. And Karen started ranting about how she was a VIP customer and deserved better treatment. That's when I stepped in again. "Oh, so you're too good for the ticket system? What's next? Demanding a red carpet to the ham section?" I joked. Tina laughed again, and everyone else in line chuckled as well. Karen was bright red in the face and sputtering with rage. She took a step forward. "Excuse me? I don't wait in lines." "Ah, come on, lady. Some of us just want our pepperoni without the drama. Can you chill and take a ticket?" Karen launched into a speech about how she's a VIP customer and we're all nobodies. She said she was a local influencer and she'd have every one of them fired by sundown. I raised an eyebrow. "You're a local influencer? Wait, so let me get it straight. You complain about waiting in line, then demand to be seen immediately, then threaten to get everyone in the store fired when you're not getting your way? That's some real influencer behavior." Karen spun on her heel, threw her hands in the air, and stomped off to wait for the manager again. And that's when things escalated. A woman behind me with a baby stroller said, "We're not jealous. We just want our sliced salami." Everyone else in line erupted into cheers and applause. Someone made a sign that said, "Down with Karens," and started waving it. The applause grew louder, and more people made signs. "Karen sucks. Fire Karen. Take a ticket, lady." One of the store employees even came over and handed out free samples of cheeses, while the line chanted, "Ticket, ticket, ticket," like we were at a wrestling match. Karen saw what was happening and she paled. She tried to pretend she wasn't bothered by it, but I could tell she was internally panicking. Then the store manager came over. "Can I help you guys with anything?" he asked with a weary smile. Everyone in the line just shook their heads, too busy chanting to bother with him. Karen must have thought we were done with her because she marched up to the manager and started her spiel again. "Your employees are awful, the customers are awful, and you're obviously an awful manager too. Why don't you close this dump of a store down?" She ranted. "Karen, maybe if you spent less time complaining and more time doing something productive, you wouldn't be so angry all the time." "You would fire me for that. You're fired." She sneered at me. "If I had any authority around here, I would fire you for being rude to a paying customer. Since I'm pretty sure you aren't a paying customer, huh? Not with that attitude, you're not." Karen crossed her arms and pouted. "Whatever. You're all losers. You'll all be sorry when I post this on social media," she said, then stormed off. Again, the manager sighed and walked away. I heard her whispering to herself about posting videos online. After her, I asked the manager if he could ring me up and he said, "Of course, honey. Just hold on a sec." He rang up my items while I chatted with the old couple, who introduced themselves as Frank and Betty. They told me that they'd been dealing with Karen since the Nixon era, and this was their finest hour. Tina came over and said, "Here you go, hun. Your total is $6.92. "Thanks, Tina. You were awesome. Here's an extra $1 for being awesome. Oh, and could I also get 2 slices of Swiss cheese, please?" "Sure thing, hun. Coming right up," Tina said. "No charge for the Swiss. On the house." "Really? Thanks, Tina. I really appreciate it." "No problem, hun. People like her just don't understand that working here isn't beneath us. We all have bills to pay and mouths to feed, and this job takes priority." Her attitude doesn't change that. Most people are great and appreciate us, so why waste energy on the Karens of the world? Anyway, have a great day, hun. "Thanks, Tina. You too." I paid for my stuff and left the store. The next day, I heard from one of the cashiers that someone had posted a video of the protest online, and now I'm paranoid that I'll go viral as Ticket Guy. Also, Tina might have slipped Karen some questionable prosciutto, but I'll never know for sure. TLDR. Told a Karen to take a ticket at the deli counter, accidentally started a protest, complete with chants and a paper bag sign. Karen got humbled, I got free cheese, and now I might be TikTok famous.